Dr. Andrija Puharich was the first American scientist to study Geller.
Geller from friends in Israel who know about my interest in parapsychology, and I've always kind of had the reputation of finding unusual people and studying them rather than studying, kind of normal populations. And so I went over to look at Uri Geller I believe I got to Israel August 17, 1971. And I spent a week with him. And he was very cooperative, I must say, and I set up a little laboratory in Tel Aviv that friends let me have part and got equipment. And in a week I was quite convinced that Uri really was extraordinary, and from then on I started organizing a major research program around Uri, which, is
still going on.
Fairly mature now, yeah.
Was that the first time you'd ever seen psychokinesis?
No, I'd actually seen different levels of psychokinesis. In 1953, I saw under laboratory conditions materialization of objects. I was studying a Hindu by the name of Dr. Vinod at that time, and subsequently I saw dematerialization of physical objects, and then in Brazil in 63 I saw all kind of unusual manipulation of tumors and things in people through a healer called Arigo. So I saw a lot of this before, but I'd never actually seen it so repeatable and controllable as in Uri. That was really the difference.
Well, under some circumstances, still Uri has trouble with these powers, like on a Johnny Carson show, or when he feels that someone's trying to set a trap for him, or if he feels hostility.
I don't mean
sometimes it'll.
I don't mean to imply he has total control now. He's
but
just more repeatable than anybody had ever seen. And those factors you cite are true. If he gets nervous, uptight in front of an audience like Johnny Carson, or if people are hostile, he figures, why in the hell should I show you anything? He really doesn't care, and he doesn't do it. And he'll never show anything to a magician that publicly, but in Israel, I used to follow him around in his public shows, particularly in the army. And he'd be on it's the same as we have here called USO shows. And they'd have magicians and singers and, the chippy and the band and the whole trip. And Uri would work with the magicians. We're bumping along on trucks in the Sinai Desert. And Uri was like a little kid being amazed at the magician's tricks. And then Uri would show what he does to the magician. The magician was absolutely aghast because he knew it wasn't a trick, But that was, informal, friendly circumstances. But in this country, Uri's been under such severe attack by the magicians that they're on his verboten list. He won't show them anything.